Okay, I'm going to start another Master of Orion game. I did another video where I won on Impossible as the Humans in less than an hour, but the game sound was on and it made it kind of hard to hear what I was saying sometimes. It was a little obnoxious, so we're going to start over here. So I'm going to do a new game. It's going to be on a large galaxy, Impossible difficulty, 5 opponents. The strategies that I'm talking about don't matter whether you're on easy or harder, so it'll work no matter which way you're playing the game. So to win on Impossible, I've managed to do it as the Humans, the Klakens, the Meklar, and the Darluk, and the Cylons. I'm going to choose the Humans again for this game because I think that's really the easiest way to really get going into the later game. So if you've never played Master of Orion before, you probably don't want to start on Impossible difficulty. But you start with 1 planet, 2 scouts, and a colony ship. So what you're going to want to do first off, I always hit Alt-M to bring up the grid. It's a 5 parsec by 5 parsec grid, so that you can kind of see how far away stuff is from you. You can see on the map we're up in the top left corner. So that's both good and bad. Good because I'm not going to get surrounded, but bad because I'm limited in my options for spreading out. On my previous game I started around here and I ended up spreading way up here. Nobody got up there, and I had 10 planets, which on Impossible it's really good to be able to spread out to 10 planets early on in the game. But you have a ship range of 3 parsecs. You see these different places are saying it's a range of 6 parsecs. Right here it's 3. And so your regular ships have a range of 3 parsecs. So I'm going to send my colony ship there. I don't even know if it's habitable yet, but it's the only place. And honestly, if you cannot reach a habitable star at the beginning of the game, then you just need to restart. I'm sending a scout up here. Scouts have reserve tanks. You can go fleet, specs, and it'll show you your scout specs. It has reserve tanks, so they can go an extra 3 parsecs. So they can go up to 6 parsecs away. So I'm sending one over there, I'm sending one over here. And I'm just going to kind of send them in a circle around each other and scout out every star within 6 parsecs. Okay, now what you're going to want to start out doing, you see that you've got a population max of 100. My current population is 40, and if you click the Planets tab, it shows you how many factories you have. I have 30 factories. So we're going to max our industry tab as much as possible. You want production. You get production by building factories. So you up your industry, and it builds factories. That increases your production for everything else you want to do. You notice I have an ecology tab as well that says it's clean. If I go any further than that, it says it's waste. You don't want waste. You want clean. So there are ways to reduce the amount necessary to keep it clean in the future. But right now, for the first turn, there's really not much to do except send your ships out, make sure your industry's going. You can see I haven't met anybody yet in the Races tab, and it's the year 2300. The Planets tab just shows all of your planets kind of listed out, how much income you're getting from them. There's not a whole lot else going on. The Tech tab, this is where you research new technologies. Right now we have no research points, so we're not going to be getting any new technologies. We'll focus on that later. So, and that first star is very nice, actually. So we've got a new place. Each colony ship has a population of 2. And so you see it's going to take this place a long time to power up. You can have 2 factories per max colonist, so you can have a grand total of 200 factories starting out on this place. This place will be able to have 190 factories, and I'm getting 0.1 per turn. We ain't got that kind of time. I'm going to transport about 15 million people to this new colony. let's see, I've got, this range is from your nearest colony. So another one that's just 3 parsecs, 3 parsecs, and 4 parsecs. So we'll see if either of these two we can land on. If not, we'll have to increase our technology before we expand any further. And that place was useless. This cloud right here is a nebula. It slows your ships down, but often in nebulas are mineral-rich planets. You can also see, if you're wondering where your opponents are, all of your opponents will have started in a yellow star. So they could be, it's still quite a few places they could be, but it narrows it down a bit. You can also check every once in a while, due to the change of population and whatnot, sometimes the ratio gets a little off. Just make sure your ecology is not waste, but you don't want any extra. An extra clean does nothing for you, it's just a waste of resources. Okay. So I'll be able to land here, so that's a plus. We'll check over here. In these beginning turns, there's not a lot to do. We're just building factories on both of our planets and scouting the nearby star systems. So you can check, if you go to Map and Environments, it shows you where you can land. Unable to land on are red, able to land on are green. So you can see these 3 that I've discovered, they're not habitable yet without new technologies. This one here, I can land on. So that's a quick reference to see where can I go? Where should I build a new colony ship to go to? So again, the scouts can go up to 6 parsecs away. I'm trying to scout out this area because if I land here, this place will probably be in range. Down here, I'm just checking out the various star systems. Okay. So it's habitable, but it's too far for my regular colony ships, but it's something to keep an eye on for the future. Now, at some point we want a new colony ship. So the various ships you can make, you can have up to 6 ship designs, and so you can toggle them here. It would take me 9 years to make a new colony ship right now. But again, it's based on production, and so as your production goes up, the time to build the ships goes down. So I did another turn of industry, and you can see it only takes 8 years now. I usually like to start making a new colony ship when it would take about 7 years. So no habitable planets there. And that one is one I will be able to go to. So let's send down there. Alright, so now it's 7 years. I'm going to start making the colony ship. And somebody's already scouting me. The Darlocks are near. And I found the Mechlars. Now, enemy ships will always run away if they're unarmed, even if your ship is unarmed. Let's see, 8, 6. So I've almost finished exploring everything in range. That will hopefully change once I send my colony ship out. And I've encountered ships from my 3rd enemy. Let's see. He was trying to... Okay, I thought I got rid of the sound, but I guess not. Let me check that again. Yeah, I said silent. Silent! Stop making noises. So I'm going to land over here. And then I should be able to land there, so I'm going to go ahead and make another colony ship. I'm going to keep my scout here to defend this place. And, I still can't spread out any further right now, so think I'm going to send him up here. That one's too far away. It's 7 parsecs from my closest colony. So I'm going to send him here. Once I've colonized there, I should be able to scout the next spot. I have quick turns there. They just have a scout hold in the area. Okay. So I'm going to have this second place transport about 20 million colonists there. And this place is in range now. That one's not. I really wish that one was in range. So again, we'll check the map. And environments, this one, as far as we know, is the only one we can reach. Early on in the game, you're just trying to spread out a little bit. Alright, so I made a new colony ship. I'm going to send it up here. Now, as far as I know, there's nowhere else I can land, so I'm going to go back to get an industry. We'll power that up as quick as we can. One of these stars is probably the Darlic homeworld. Since he's flying back this way, I'm guessing it's here. So I'm going to scout this one out. See, as the production goes up, you're getting a lot more factories. Getting 10 every year there, I'm getting 7.7 here, I'm getting 1.2. And this place is useless too. So I'm not going to be able to expand any further this direction. I'm sure the Darlics are over here. I'm hoping I can grab that soon, but what I'm going to do is finish maxing out my industry, and then I'm going to get technology. So I'm going to have this place send another 20 million, maybe 17's fine. Oh, so much for this place. So we're not going to get to expand as far this game as I was hoping. I do have all my factories on this place, and so I'm going to work on technology. Let me take a look here. I don't want to send him. When your fleet retreats, they head towards your nearest colony. Once they're actually going, you cannot change where they're going. But since they're still in the process of leaving, I could send them somewhere else. Where are the Mechlars? Okay, they're down here. Yeah, I'm trapped. These 4 places are probably all I'm going to get. So, you know what? I'm just going to scrap these ships. I can't scout out any further, and they're just not worth it right now. I don't want them wasting my resources for maintenance. You have to maintain your fleets. So yeah. Tech-wise, I'm going to work right now on propulsion so my ships can go further, and planetology so that I can maybe build on the dead and the barren places. So maybe I can expand a little more. Kind of got trapped a little early here. This is not a good sign for the future of our game. So improved terraforming makes it so you can have an extra 10 million people per world. And hydrogen fuel cells lets you go 4 parsecs instead of just 3. So I'll be able to reach here. I'll be able to reach, well, I could already reach here. But these two I'll be able to reach, I just can't colonize them yet. So we already got improved terraforming 10. Sometimes you want to increase, like it asks if you want to increase all the ecology ratios on all of your colonies. I'm not going to do that since I've got everybody doing industry. Ooh, controlled dead environment. So first I'm going to have this place go ahead and terraform. I'm still going to be getting tech. If you're not getting any tech, then what you have starts to decay. But you can see now there's a little plus here. That means these places can have a higher max population, but you have to terraform them first. So with the controlled dead environment that I'm starting to research, you can check environments here. So not only will I be able to colonize dead, I'll be able to do tundra and barren as well. So I'll be able to land on all 3 of these planets. And then I'll have 7, and 7 is not a bad start. Alright, that place has all its factories. I'm going to have it terraform. I don't know where they think they're going. Alright, hang on. Now when your max population goes up, so too does the number of factories you can have. Okay, so now I've got full factories and I'm going back to tech. These places are still doing their thing. What am I doing propulsion? That's right. So now all my ships can go 4 parsecs away. And that's all I need right now. I'm going to go full on planetology so I can get that dead environment. I want to have these 3 planets. They're not very good planets, but they're, you want to expand. And you definitely don't want to get surrounded if somebody else colonizes those planets. Okay, Empire production, I am 3rd. Oh, something I forgot, because I was worrying about that. The whole reason we chose the humans. You see that they're relaxed with you. Everybody likes the humans. And if somebody is relaxed, that means they're willing to sign a non-aggression pact. You also want to sign a trade agreement because it makes your relations with them improve. So the whole point of being the humans is so that you can make these treaties as soon as possible so that people won't kill you at the beginning of the game. So that was my bad, waiting like 10 turns. See, I was too late. They've already declared war on me for no reason whatsoever. And sometimes they'll do that anyway. They're sending a fleet, so I'm going to build missile bases. Early on in the game, on Impossible, your fleets, any fleet you try and make, will be outnumbered and outgunned. You just can't produce as many ships as the computer does. So what you want is missile bases. Oh, they flew past me. Well, at the beginning, alright, I can make the controlled dead environment now. So now we're at war. I'm going to change my focus. You want computer tech, a fair amount of construction. Force field, the only thing that's really important on that is getting planetary shields. But right now I'm focused in other areas. So hand lasers, that's going to help my ground combat. The Hyper-V rockets that's going to make my missile bases stronger. We'll do that first. Now I would like to start making my new colony ships to take these planets, but since I'm at war, that might not be too prudent. He's sending 42 colony ships to attack my capital planet here. So I'm going to have him switch to tech, and I'm going to have him switch to defense, and I'm also going to transfer my entire reserve. I want to make sure I blow up as many of those stupid transports as possible. So now that I have a missile base, I'm going to shoot at his fleet that's here. All they have is a laser. They're going to run away. That's 2, 3 missile bases. And so I shot down almost half of his transports. As the humans, this place should be, I don't know what it's doing. As the humans, you need to make friends with people. That is the entire point, and I screwed it up. I was hoping to be able to have 7 planets and have them all maxed out in production and population and missile bases before I ended up at war with somebody. And so we're in a tight spot. Right, this place has maxed out its colonists. It's going to grab some more industry because I terraformed it. And this place has also been terraformed. And let's see, and it's got its max number of factories. Alright, we met the Darluks. Now they might be the only race that starts at unease. Nope, they start relaxed. They start at unease with everybody except the humans. So we're going to do a non-aggression pact with them. Alright, we are going to terraform this place. I've got my 5 missile bases. I'm going to go back to tech. I'm going to switch that one. Everybody needs missile bases. Alright, he wants peace. That's good. That place has all its factories. We're going to make its missile bases. Alright, and they've got 5, so they're going to get tech. Now, a common mistake is people think their colony ship can now land on these places. It can't. You have the technology to land on dead tundra and barren environments, but your colony ship only has a standard colony base. So what you have to do is scrap the old colony ship design, and then you go to design a ship, and you're probably going to need a large one, and I like to rename them colony ship. Now you don't want any extras on the colony ship, so you're just going to go to special 1, and there's standard colony base, there's dead colony base. Grab the dead colony base and build it. And so it'll take 4 years to build me a dead colony base. I'm going to go here first since it's most exposed, and then I'll grab both of those. Alright, I've got the better missiles for my missile bases. I'm going to go ahead and grab the hand lasers for ground combat. Always keep an eye on your colonies. Sometimes they don't do what they're supposed to. They do weird stuff. That's why I don't like playing on huge. The micromanagement can get really annoying. Oh, are the Darluks going to land behind me? I don't like that. This is probably the single most important technology you can get. I told you at the beginning you can have 2 factories per colonist. With improved robotics controls 3, you can get 3 per colonist. Personal deflector, that is going to be nice just because it also helps with ground combat. Alright, so I've got my new colony ship. Kalis has all its factories, so we're going to get their missile bases. Oh, come on. Okay, well. So I got 2 choices here. I can either take that place really quick from the Darlux, and they'll be mad and they'll declare war, or I can let them have it. And since I've already been at war with people and I'm irritated with the turn of events, I'm going to go ahead and take that place over. They're not going to like it. I'm going to see if the Sacras will do a trade agreement, because that might bring our relations up, because I want non-aggression pacts with people. So I've got my hand lasers. Okay, so I'm building a colony on the tundra world. And I took over this place and they're going to be mad. Yep, so now I'm at war with them. Alright. I'm going to stop this one here. It's kind of how the beginning goes. You need to spread out, get your production up, get your population up, and try and make friends with everybody, which I did a pretty piss poor job of. But thanks for watching, and in the next video we'll see how we can handle a war.